Hi everyone and welcome to my thank card. It's Friday. Today we'll be making this wine card holder. Pretty much it's just a little gift tag to add to the side of your wine. So we're coming up to Christmas, we're giving gifts, and so we're going to give that to a friend of ours. Okay, so making some more. Pretty much I've just got a crumb cake base and it's just an A4 cardstock cut in thirds. So the width of this is around 2 3/4 and I've scored it at 3.5 inches in. So grabbing my circle punch, which is the 1 3/8, I'm going to put a hole about there, just roughly in the center, doesn't have to be perfect. Now you want to keep this circle punch out because you're going to emboss on that. Now the designer series paper we've used on that is that the dotted collection, which I've showed you before. I love both sides of this. Now I've also cut out for this to go into the center of this card, and also I'm going to use that side, and then the dotted side I'm going to adhere it down. Now I've also punched out using the scallop ribbon border punch, and I'm just going to snail and just get this scallop on the bottom there. Okay, now I'm just going to trim that off. Adhere, put some extra adhesive down where that was. Ooh. So I'm going to go along the bottom. Now on this same cardstock, what I'm going to do is grab my stamp set. Now this one's an old one, it's snow swirled, but I love this Christmas tree. So inking it up with Versamark, I'm just going to make sure it's well inked, and then I'm going to stamp the center of that. Okay, pressing down firmly, grabbing my white embossing powder, and then giving it a tap. So just getting any excess powder off. Now I did miss the top of that Christmas tree, so I want to get the top. So just grabbing my Stampin' Up heat gun. Okay, so I'm just heated up my white embossing powder, and you can see how much of a difference that's made. I'll go in so you can see the detail of that white embossing powder. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so far that's the base, and I'm just going to adhere that down. Isn't both sides of the paper just beautiful? Even though it's not a Christmas paper and it is Christmas colours, I just love this particular designer series paper set. So just adhering that down in the centre of the crumb cake cardstock. I'll zoom out so you can see more. Now I'm going to grab some more of the cardstock, the designer series paper, and punching out my 1 3/4 scallop circle. Now I also need my 1 3/8 circle punch again on some white cardstock. I've punched out the circle. Then I'm going to grab my scallop and punch out. That's why I can ensure that the circle will be in the middle rather than guessing and trying to punch it the other way around. Okay, so these are the two pieces, this is the pieces I will be needing for the next step. Okay, so using my Tombow Mono adhesive, I'm going to just carefully adhere this down. Okay, so I'm going to put this down right on the circle, punch out there. Alright, okay, and then I've got my scallop. And I'm just going to make sure that it adheres down. Okay, so I'm going to also heat emboss. Now I'm using the to and from, and this stamp set is from the Owl Occasion stamp set, and that other Snow Swirl stamp set is this one here, one of an old classic. So grabbing my Versamark ink, stamping to and from, okay, and grabbing my embossing powder again. Now because this is already punched out and I'm going to heat emboss, I'm just going to use my paper snips to hold it down. You can use whatever you like, as long as you don't burn your fingers, just use that. Okay, so that's the to and from. I'm going to adhere that down directly with some snail. Okay, then grabbing some dimensional. I'm going to dimensionalize this down towards the top of the card here. Then I'm going to grab some seam binding ribbon, which I've already tied in a bow, and just grabbing some glue dots. I'm going to put that just up top here. Okay, so that's my thank card. It's Friday. I know it's not a card, but it's another gift idea that you could do and add if you are giving wine bottles out to friends. So yeah, I hope you like this one, and just a different idea to use, and keep on watching. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So I'll see you next year. Bye.